And let's have a look for you at some of the front pages of the newspapers this morning. And of course, there is one theme very much front and centre. Daily Telegraph, we'll start with, has an image of Prince Philip in his military uniform for its front page. Philip joined the Royal Navy in 1939, went on to become one of the youngest first lieutenants. His naval career ended when his father-in-law, King George VI, died.
Goodbye, my beloved is the Daily Mirror's headline, with a photo of the Duke alongside the Queen. They were married, as you know, for more than 70 years.
Let's have a look at the Daily Mail, featuring a similar headline on its front page, calling it the Queen's heartbreaking tribute to her husband.
And deep sorrow reads the headline on the front page of the Daily Express. The paper describes the Duke as indomitable. And we'll take a look inside the pages as well. And this is, we heard some amazing details about the life of Prince Philip yesterday, but this is one that passed me by. I think this comes from The Sun. We know about his fairly difficult early years and life as a refugee, as he described it, but he was actually born on a kitchen table in Corfu. And there's a picture of him as a young lad, aged 5, before fleeing revolution from there as a baby in a fruit box. But they just remind you, his mother, his lineage, if you like, was a great-great-granddaughter of Queen Victoria. So he certainly had ties to the British royal family. Yeah,
and I think in many ways, what a lot of people will be learning today, and I've certainly been on a learning curve, especially about those early years. You know, there's been so much information out there, and many of the papers doing this. This is actually from the Sun newspaper, and this is just plotting through some of these images. And one of the things that I'm very mindful of, and this would clearly be appropriate for anyone of his era. You know, 99 years old is a change in the way things were. Was brought up as a child, and how the world has changed around him. And I thought a lot of people have alluded to this in terms of what he's had to adapt to over the years. And just some of the imagery here gives you a very real sense of how much things have changed over the years.
Well, you see that as well in these picture tributes, and I have to say, I mean, there is an awful lot in the papers this morning, but this one, how he shook the world, and the incredible work rate of the Duke of Edinburgh and the Queen, particularly in those first 2 decades of their marriage, travelling around the world and meeting foreign leaders, and pictured there with Nelson Mandela in Cape Town in the year 2000. But he became very adept, didn't he, at dealing with those public situations.
And I think one of the things we're very much going to try and reflect this morning is, of course, a lot of people's thoughts immediately turning to the Queen. And I think there are quite a few of these images. This picture was actually taken, this is in Hampshire. This was on their diamond wedding anniversary. So that was 2007. And a lot of people are saying, and we're going to talk to a number of his friends, as well as those who knew him through service, but some of his friends. And I think one of the things that is emerging, those who knew the couple well, was how much he made the Queen laugh. And I think that everyone's probably heard a few anecdotes by now. Hopefully we'll hear some more of those this morning. And I think in some of these pictures, there's a real sense of understanding about the relationship between the two of them, which is something which is so...
After all these years, that they still had that ability. And there's something, isn't there, about a good marriage can last if you can make each other laugh a bit. And just, I like this one. There are lots of pull-out sections today, but this from the Times is the front page of their pull-out. But actually, you need to turn it round to get the full picture, because you can see he's playing polo on a bike, and you can just about see he's knocking the ball there in the corner. Maybe I should show you the whole picture there. There he is. And he was a great sportsman, you know. He loved the outdoors, as we know. We've heard in all the tributes as well.